welcome to a patriotic and overzealous episode of the Weekly R&R, where we recap.
We review.
Why it's called the R&R. And I am left, aren't I?
I told you.
Actually, you're Gutter.
I'm never introduced first.
Should be. It's GutterVision.
But that's the process of editing. You can choose however you want.
We'll see you in post-production.
You're going to hate your life.
That's just...
I always do. And I'm Link. What?
I would say I'm Zelda,
okay.
but...
The text has amenity.
What are you going to do?
Who framed this?
Roger Rabbit. Hold on, who gets that joke? Thank you. I'll be here all night.
Captain America Civil War is now in theaters. You guys saw it.
Yes.
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 I didn't see it yet.
Yes. What's wrong with you?
Have you seen the other 9 movies in the timeline?
I thought it was 13.
I don't know. Count. They're all right there.
You're missing some. You must
11.
Be. No, it's 13. I just watched the review thingy.
This review thingy?
Not this review thingy.
Oh, that's too bad. I don't watch it either.
I feel like now we're sort of getting to the arc where people that weren't normally into it, that just got into it at the first Avengers movie and different things like that, are going to be like, oh, there's too many superhero movies. Even though, at this point, what you guys have already seen and what people are about to see in like the upcoming movies and the rest of the arc, it's like one of the biggest arcs Marvel's ever done. Real comic book nerds are freaking out over it, as they should be. The fad of it being this big mainstream thing is closer to the end than the beginning, I'm afraid. But that doesn't mean it won't still be there and won't still be awesome.
Well, you're starting to branch out very generally into every movie, and you're talking about the future as a whole and what, consequences this could have, or, what's come before and after. But for this movie itself, you're adapting into a movie what took 7 comics or something I read? Like, multiple issues to, establish and then ultimately, flush out and all that.
Do you think it did it well? Because, I'll be honest, you guys should be noting, even for the future, the stakes of this, as well as the present.
It's characters that you're familiar with. If you've seen the other 11, or 12, or 13, we don't know how many. Nice.
And we'll see you in post-production.
The storyline they're going with for the entire cinematic universe, this doesn't really tie in much at all. Spoiler alert, you're the only one who hasn't seen it.
What do you mean it doesn't tie in?
Because everything up to this point has been about Infinity Stones. And this doesn't really have anything to do with what's coming. It seems like a standalone thing.
But it introduces 2 new characters.
That might be a real spoiler, though.
But no, that's on the
trailers.
In the
trailers.
Oh, right.
Trailers.
Spider-Man.
And Black Panther, yes.
Yeah, they don't talk about the Infinity Stones in Infinity War, but
they don't know that's to. Everyone knows that's what it's leading to, and there's nothing about that at all.
It doesn't need to be.
Everything up to this point has been.
But it's a Captain America movie. This is a Captain America
Which is in the same cinematic universe.
But that's
the same characters appear in that and appear in this.
That's the point of there being 17 movies so far.
Connecting storyline.
But Avengers, the big one, everyone wants to go see because they love every single superhero that's in it. This is a Captain America movie where it has to focus on Captain America and the Civil War problems. They need to know why they collide and they don't work well together in the future. Maybe.
You just blew my mind in a stupid way.
Whatever.
I'm cutting everything you said out.
Yes. Whatever.
Bring your mic back. The movie itself is a standalone feature. Captain America Civil War. You saw it, I saw it.
Yeah.
I thought the first half was kind of low. There's a lot of foundation and framework setting up the story because you had to, introducing characters, a lot of boring shit.
Yeah.
I mean, they're used to a lot of foundation.
Because like we said, in all these movies so far, there's been one, big overarching story. They've all been connected. Mm-hmm. And this one introduced its own big story, but in a much smaller, in one movie, as opposed to establishing it over many movies.
Right.
So I thought the first half was a lot of framework, like, hey, we know these characters, but now they're going on a different adventure, as opposed to, the overarching thing that's been going on. As the movie itself, I thought it was kind of boring at first, and the second half from the airport on was wonderful. That's my review.
I enjoyed the whole movie. Spider-Man's in it. Spoiler.
No, is he really?
Alright, next.
The trailer for Battlefield 1 has been revealed.
And it's got a release date of October 21st, but the only thing in that trailer was,
badass planes, an airship.
World War I stuff.
Maybe that's why they called it Battlefield 1.
Yeah.
Maybe. And not 5.
Isn't that weird? Isn't that like following the Xbox model of branding and marketing?
Why did they go 360 to 1?
It would have been great to be Battlefield World War One. That would have like
WW1.
everything clearer and then made the marketing easier.
Because it's obviously not the first Battlefield, or not even a remake of the first Battlefield.
But either way, the game itself looks amazing.
I think it's important to note that they do put that little line on there that says, hey, this is game engine footage.
Yeah.
So it's the engine and probably rendered because they want to make a good-looking product. But it does not say that's in-game combat going on, you know?
It's always going to be the cinematics. They're always going to make it look as good as they possibly can make it look. And it's going to be scaled down a little bit, especially for consoles.
So I want people to bring their hype from here to here. At least from here.
But still have hype.
At least to here.
Still have hype.
Just not up here, like here. You can go anywhere down here, but just make sure you're not here. Am I losing anybody
Properly
else?
gauge your hype. Talk to your doctor about your hype levels.
If your hype level is more than 4 hours, get less hype. That's a boner joke, Charles. Did you know that?
No.
Sometimes if you're overly excited for more than 4 hours, they consider that a medical issue.
What if it's all natural?
Next!
Young Han Solo
So Alden Ehrenreich.
cast. I thought I said last.
I can see why you would think that.
Alden Ehrenreich has been announced as the young Han Solo for the biopic for Han Solo, or is it Rogue One?
Not Rogue One, it's a standalone Han Solo movie. Since we're talking about superhero things, it's almost like an origin story. Like
Okay.
we're gonna see young Han Solo when he was young, stuff he's done in the past, why he's this legendary smuggler, and I get to probably see the story behind those.
Even if it was kind of better as a mystery, and so like you painted this badass picture in your head that was just solidified by Harrison Ford. And I don't know much about Alden Ehrenreich. I'm sure he'll do a perfectly fine job. I'm sure he's a perfectly fine actor. I don't know what he was in before.
I would say that's a lot of pressure for him to deliver
Oh,
on,
yeah.
on a beloved character for
Undoubtedly.
many decades. You could almost say the same thing about the Rogue One movie / trailer. It's like you're going back to something that was already briefly mentioned but never flushed out. And now
Right.
there's a bunch of huge interest in it. Oh, because it's another Star Wars thing, and I'm sure this has the same sort of interest.
Sorry, that's
sleepy
not.
guy?
That's not you. That's me.
Are you tired? You sleepy guy?
Yes.
Wake up.
It's
Grab a brush and put a little makeup.
Head scars and with a shake-up.
Why'd you leave the keys upon the table?
Here you go, create another fable.
You wanted to? Next! Who here plays video games?
Me.
Oh, you guys are a bunch of nerds.
The 2016 World Video Game Hall of Fame class was announced, the second class of its ilk.
Elk rhymes with milk.
You're clever there.
Trying to inform and entertain.
The class consists of Space Invaders,
Okay.
Sonic the Hedgehog 1,
The Sims.
The Oregon Trail,
The Legend of Zelda,
I wanted that one. GTA 3.
GTA 3.
and that's it for this year.
Pretty good class. I can understand the iconic nature of about 5 of those 6. I don't see how GTA 3 would really fit.
Really? It was so different in like so many different ways. Like the original Grand Theft Autos, they didn't really
God view.
break through to pop culture the way GTA 3 did.
All the GTAs were like overhead God view, and you're just this little guy, and
And then it was in 3D, and it was the biggest sandbox at the time.
I'm saying amongst its company, it seems to stand out to me.
because it's like
Something
a
much
rated
more
R game.
modern. Well, you know, just that it's much more modern than those ones.
So who do you say for next year? Who are the big pioneers that still need to be gotten out of the way that they haven't touched on yet?
Metal Gear Solid.
Pokemon.
I'm gonna say Minecraft.
Minecraft
Yeah.
has made a big impact in the gaming
It's about
community.
impact. It's about importance. It's about effect on the industry.
Mortal Kombat.
Resident Evil.
Maybe some early RPGs. Even the first Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy RPG.
Yeah.
So 11, right?
No, 1.
1 was an RPG. I mean, not RPG. My bad. I was thinking something else. I was thinking of like WoW.
It's okay. You got it.
I'm thinking of that.
No.
Space Jam 2.
Oh, let's do some better stories.
Space Jams 2.
Rumored sequel to Space Jam starring LeBron James has a director, Justin Lin.
I don't even like basketball, except Space Jam 1.
I think I know who LeBron is.
You think you know who he is?
Yeah.
He's a pretty big deal. Comes over on weekends. We hang out all the time. You just gotta take my word for it.
A death metal band named Dying Fetus
Fetus.
They honored a dying fan's wish by spreading his ashes in a concert mosh pit.
I would not be at that concert.
Who here is familiar with Dying Fetus? What? No, you're not.
Like, I'm familiar with... I don't regularly listen to metal, but there's a good amount of metal that I'm familiar with and aware of.
Pretty badass. If there's one thing that's metal, it's spreading dead people in a mosh pit.
Yeah. Is there a more metal way to go out?
You die in that mosh pit. You get turned to ashes in that pit, and nobody stops.
You said you were on fire in the pit?
Yeah, you know, whatever works.
And we'll see you in post-production.
God damn it.
You don't want to talk about Power Ranger suit?
Take it sleazy.
Oh, yeah. Power Ranger suits. They're awful.
That's his opinion. Everyone's entitled to it.
I mean...
I think they look alright.
No, that one article said they were translucent extraterrestrial armor that crystallizes around their body. You made a mention that it looks like something out of Halo.
Yeah, look like Spartans.
Because they're very shiny, very sleek, very armor-esque. They contour to the physical, you know...
Instead of the, onesies that they used to wear.
Yeah, as opposed to the old nylon suits and the plastic helmets.
Yeah.
Translucent extraterrestrial armor that crystallizes around the body.
I have a condom like that.
Damn it, I was trying to think of how to make a stick joke, and you beat me to it. Alright, hey, that's another weekly R&R full of garbage recap and review stories and stuff, and he's been him, I've been me, and you've been you, and I've been him, and I've been him, and he's been me. And... Hey, have a fantastic week, and we'll see you next week with more story. Why does this keep sliding down? Fuck off. Hey, we'll see you. We'll see you in World War I on the battlefield, in Battlefield 1, which takes place is something, I don't know. We'll see you in space with Space Jam 2.